we address condylar fractures, we must first take a fun trip back to anatomy land to understand the structures that are involved. Most folks are familiar with the term cannon bone in a horse. The scientific name for it is the third metacarpal bone if we're talking about a front leg. At the end of the cannon bone that connects to the fetlock or ankle of the horse is what is known as the condyle. Depending on if we are talking about the inside surface or outside surface of the bone, determines whether we're referring to the medial or lateral condyle respectively. They are shown here in this video of the cannon bone. Fractures of the condyles, or what we call condylar fractures, are one of the more common fractures a racehorse can get in either training or racing. While not as life-threatening all the time as a more complete breakdown of the suspensory apparatus, they still can be quite serious depending on how severe they are. The hope is to catch them early where they are not too displaced, as can be seen here in these radiographs. Advances in technology have now made it to where we can sometimes see these fractures when they are happening very, very early through the use of MRI, thus helping to prevent a catastrophic injury later on. It used to be that, even if not life-threatening, condylar fractures often meant the end of a career. Not so anymore, as a simple surgery to implant a few screws across the condyle of the cannon bone stabilizes the fracture and allows it to heal. After a few months off and another few months of rehab and recovery, many horses can return to action at the track provided everything heals properly. One of the exciting advancements in the treatment of this kind of fracture with surgery is that oftentimes it can now be done with the horse standing and under a strong sedation while the area of the leg where surgery is to be performed is numbed to prevent any pain. This is far safer for the horse than having to undergo the risks of general anesthesia and the recovery from that anesthesia. As you can see in this video, it is possible to repair these fractures this way and the horse is much better off in the long run. As mentioned above, newer technologies and diagnostics are always emerging, and the real focus of late has been on finding these fractures when they are incredibly minute, thus giving the trainer a heads up to allow the horse time to heal properly through a change in their training or being taken out of training for a period of time till it is safe to resume again. Doing this prevents further damage and the potential for a life-threatening catastrophic injury later on down the line.